whilst that is sad, and obviously I miss them, I'd still rather be on tour. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I do have to kick this video off with a slight apology. I didn't really intend to take a 3-month hiatus from my channel. The inspiration for today's video actually came from the fact that I got a very last minute tour, which was amazing, and obviously absolutely not complaining, particularly after the last couple of years we've had. It was phenomenal to be so busy, but I really was so busy and I was away from home a lot, so I wasn't able to film. And on that sort of subject, moving forward in 2022, my plan is to put out videos every other Friday. Now, I may put out more videos than that. If I do, then amazing, but they might be just the odd, you know, bonus video here and there if something comes up and I really want to make a video on it, or whatever. So yeah, I hope that is okay with you. Please do chuck any video ideas, requests, anything you would like me to talk about more, talk about less, do more of. I know I filmed a kind of little vloggy video last year and I actually really enjoyed doing that. So if you'd like to see more from me of that kind of thing, then just let me know. That would be super helpful. I just want to make videos that you guys want to watch. I promise it's not just me being lazy and not wanting to come up with ideas. So today's video is going to be all about how to survive on tour. Now this is going to be quite a subjective video because every tour is different, every body is different, depending on what instrument you're playing, or whether you are an actor or you're singing or you're a dancer or you're an instrumentalist, whatever. It will kind of vary, but these are what I kind of learnt over the process, because this was sort of my first tour of more than, you know, a couple of weeks. So it was a six week long tour, string quartet tour, all over the UK. Absolutely amazing. Very much hoping we can do it again. But you know, it was a really steep learning curve, because like I say, it came on quite last minute and I didn't have as much of a chance to sort of plan out what the next 6 weeks were going to look like as much as maybe I would have liked to. So these are just some things that I learnt along the way, and I hope they will be interesting and helpful. So tip number 1 is to just get organised. Plan out your meals, make sure that you have lots of snacks that you can grab. If you are actually, you know, going away on tour, have snacks that are non-perishable, that you enjoy eating. Something that I kind of beat myself up for over the first, you know, couple of weeks was that I had all these kind of lovely healthy snacks that I didn't want. Perfectly honest. So when we would stop off at service stations and things, I would end up buying food because I was like, well, I don't feel like what I've brought with me. And you know, sometimes buying food's absolutely fine, but it gets very expensive very quickly doing that. And also, you know, it's not the healthiest thing in the world. So buy the snacks that you really like from a supermarket and then bring them with you. You will save yourself so much money. Also, make sure that you have a keep cup and a reusable water bottle, because again, you will buy many coffees. That was my thing. I was like, right, I'm just not going to restrict myself on takeaway coffees because I loved them. I discovered Costa After 8 hot chocolate, 2 shots of espresso. Important that you ask for it that way around because it's different from a mocha. All my life, I lived off those things. Make sure you are communicating well, and by this I specifically mean people in your household. So whether that is your spouse, your significant other, a housemate, very close friends, family, whatever, make sure you are communicating really well with them. So my husband and I currently have a little 7-month-old golden retriever puppy, and she is an absolute dream. But obviously, me being away from home, my husband works full-time, he does work from home, which, you know, helps, but we just had to communicate how we were going to be looking after her when I was going to be out, because I do most of the cooking and just, you know, stuff like that. Just, it was fine, but was a little bit of a, oh, we're just kind of figuring out how to do this kind of a thing. So just be really open and honest in your communications, because I mean, just generally in life. It's a good life tip. But specifically when you're gonna be tired and you're gonna be, a little bit stressed from time to time. Tour life can be stressful and things can happen, and you've just got to be communicating exactly where you're at and exactly where you're going to be, what time you're going to be, leaving the house, and just all of these things. Make sure that you are telling the people that affects, because it will, they want to support you, they want to be there and help, but they can't help if you don't tell them anything. So I know that may seem like a bit of an odd one, but that, to be honest, was one of the steepest learning curves, was that I was like, oh yeah, you need to know when I'm not going to be here. Yeah, good point. Make sure you work out what your priorities are. Now, I primarily mean sleep, exercise, and good food. Touring can be a lot of late nights, it's a lot of travel, and your sleeping pattern will get thrown out of whack. So whatever you can do to make sure that you are getting the best sleep that you possibly can, do it. Whether that's, getting an eye mask, whether that's making sure that you are, you've got something nice to listen to and soothing as you fall asleep. Stephen Fry reading Harry Potter. I will maintain that is the best for the rest of my life. Whatever that looks like, do it and make it an absolute priority. Touring is really, really fun, and there are, lots of going out for drinks and all those kinds of things, and it's really, really good. But look after yourself, especially because you are doing something incredibly physically demanding. And if your body is being run down, you will get ill and you will feel terrible, and then tour becomes swiftly not fun anymore. Good food kind of links back to what I was saying about getting organised. You will live on service station food a lot of the time. So the more you can kind of take with you, learn what the options that make you feel good and actually full and satiated from the different, places are, a lot of places have a lot of really, really good options now. And don't get me wrong, I love a McDonald's. And sometimes that's the only thing that's going to cut it. I get it. I absolutely get it. But eating that every single day, it kind of loses its shine after a while. So just make sure that you are prioritizing fueling your body with what it needs, again, so that you don't get ill. And then exercise. I think this is one of the things which people either absolutely nail or they just don't do at all. And I've got friends that will explore the city that they are in by running it or walking around it and doing all those things. That's how they get their exercise. I have others that have gym passes, which mean they can go to either any of that gym chain, in any city, or they have one where they can kind of dip around different gyms. Whatever works for you. And again, you don't have to be an absolute health and fitness nut and be getting up at 5 a.m. because that is mental. You just need to find something that you enjoy and will get you moving, because again, you're probably gonna be pretty tired, but you're gonna be tired but also not have moved very much. It's a lot of traveling, you're sitting down. It's a lot I mean, unless you're a dancer or an actor, then you're probably a little bit more active, but particularly for musicians, tour life is a lot of sitting. So do something that will just get you out and about and also get you out in some fresh air. Now, I know that the gym is inside, so maybe let's park that one. If you can just get out in the fresh air, it will just make the world of difference. I can really, really feel it when I've been cooped up in a car or in a theatre for too long. You just feel kind of gross, and you'll get outside and just like breathe like lungs full of fresh air. And I said to my husband, like, we're very, very lucky where we live. It's, it's a lovely, there's a lot of greenery around, and I opened our front door and it just hit me, the like fresh air, and I was like, I can't remember the last time I spent more than 5-10 minutes actually outside breathing fresh air, and it makes a huge difference. So yes, get some exercise, get some movement, whatever that looks like for you. Pack/wash strategically. So this is where having a little bit of a capsule wardrobe comes into play. This is something that I am kind of trying to bring more into my life, because I get decision fatigue really easily, and that definitely applies to what I wear. So a lot of my clothes all go together. I really enjoy wearing black, I really enjoy wearing grey, and I really enjoy wearing kind of creams. She says that wearing a blue jumper, but I am wearing black leggings. They go with everything, and it makes your life so much easier if you just know what, you know, you can just chuck it all in a suitcase and you know it's all going to go together. You don't have to think about it too much. And again, when it comes to washing things, when everything kind of goes together and is a similar color palette, you don't have to split off your washing so much, so it takes less time. And then last one is to just accept that you can't do it all. Case in point, my YouTube videos. I didn't have time in the day because I was still doing my sort of lockdown admin job. I was still trying to fit in my teaching around touring, and we had a puppy and my lovely husband and my house. Just, you can't do it all. So again, just accept that some things are going to slip a bit, or maybe you're not going to be able to do them for a little while, and kind of make peace with that, because touring is not forever. It is for, you know, however, I mean, some people are on tour for months, that's fine. But like I say, for me, it was a 6-week block where I was like, right, for the next 6 weeks, I am probably not going to be able to see my friends outside of my music a huge amount. I wasn't able to go to pretty much any of our church's Christmas services, which was really, really sad. But just, you know, stuff like that. I was like, okay, I'm going to be missing those for the next few weeks. And whilst that is sad, and obviously I miss them, I'd still rather be on tour. So, you know, I was just phenomenally grateful for the work itself, and also just, you know, I do quite enjoy being on tour. I enjoy seeing different places. It's a lot of fun. But like I say, as soon as I sort of stopped beating myself up for the fact that I wasn't doing all of those things anymore, because initially I was like, right, okay, I've got to do all this, and I've got to get this done, and how can I do this? I'm sure I can do this. If I'm just organised and if I just plan, I will be able to do this. And then, no, I was not able to to do everything. And also, like I say, you also need to make sure that you actually have time to rest now and again. So just accept that. Like I say, prioritize the things that are important. You know, your life doesn't stop just because you're on tour, but certain things will take a bit of a backseat, and that's okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It'd be so good to have you, and I will see you in a couple of weeks with the next one. Bye.